Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, we're going to talk about a very successful partnership between two motorcycling giants, that is Bajaj and KTM, and how the Bajaj and KTM partnership have benefited both Bajaj as well as KTM, and also take a look at how Bajaj saved KTM from the brink of bankruptcy. So guys, this is going to be a really interesting video. So before I get into the video, if at any point you like what you see, please make sure you hit the like button, and at the end of the video you could also subscribe to the channel. That would make me feel really grateful. So guys, without any further delay, let's begin. Bajaj is one of India's top motorcycle manufacturers. Bajaj has been selling motorcycles in India very successfully, and in 2007 Bajaj Auto decided to take their company forward by collaborating with KTM, who was an Austrian company. So guys, initially in 2007 Bajaj Auto would buy 14.5% stakes in the Austrian company. This partnership would give Bajaj an access to the international market such as Europe, Austria, Canada, USA and many more. Bajaj was already selling a lot of units in India, but nobody knew them in the outside world, and to have a big name like KTM to be associated with you, it gives you relatively an easier way to enter into the foreign markets. But this is how Bajaj benefited. Now let's take a look at how KTM benefited as well. KTM at the time of the partnership was struggling financially, and KTM had a lot of unpaid debt, and they did not have the resources at the time to pay the debt off. But soon after the partnership, Bajaj would help KTM to pay the debt off, and soon KTM would become the largest motorcycle manufacturer of Europe. But because of this partnership, KTM could also see India as a new potential market. But as time went on, Bajaj acquired 48% stake in KTM. So now KTM is owned partly by Bajaj and partly by Purer Industries. Now let's take a look at how Bajaj and KTM have mutually benefited. Guys, because KTM came to India, a new motorcycle segment of higher performance motorcycles was born. This segment was more expensive than the commuter segment, but still not really expensive to make the people shy away from it. The company initially launched the KTM Duke 200, which actually was a motorcycle that was built 90% by Bajaj itself. So these motorcycles came with high-end performance and not such a high-end price, and hence it was an instant hit among the youth as well as the motorcycling enthusiast. KTM would even soon go ahead and launch the Duke 390 and the RC series of motorcycles, and we know how big of a hit they are. So guys, because of this partnership, KTM motorcycles started to be made locally at Bajaj plant at Chakan in Pune. Because these bikes were locally made, the cost to make these motorcycles was much cheaper, and now the motorcycles could come at an even more competitive pricing. Also, this supports the Make in India initiative, which is great for the country as well. One of the main reasons for KTM's debt was high manufacturing and assembly cost when they were based in Austria. But after the partnership, that scenario changed for the better for KTM. For example, the RC 390 in India, the 2022 model, would set you back about 3 lakh rupees on road. But if you compare that to the competition, that is the Ninja 400, it will cost you 5 lakh rupees ex-showroom and about 6 lakh rupees on road. So why would anyone want to pay the premium? This is how Bajaj and KTM captured the market. Because of this partnership, Bajaj was able to use KTM technology and was able to put it into their own motorcycles. Bajaj in the Pulsar series launched motorcycles such as the NS200, RS200 and even the Dominar series. All these motorcycles borrow their engine from KTM. What Bajaj does is detunes the engine a little bit and then make the motorcycle a little bit heavier, use a little less premium parts and get the price of the motorcycle down. And because these motorcycles are slower and cheaper, they do not cannibalize the sales of the more expensive KTM models. Well played Bajaj, a win-win situation from all the angles. Also, because of this partnership, the research and development teams of Bajaj and KTM work together. This definitely gives a boost to the launch of new models and new technology. And because of the work of these teams, Bajaj has now gotten access to the new international markets as discussed earlier, like USA, Europe and many more countries. This R&D team can think in both ways as to how the motorcycles can actually benefit the Indian consumers as well as how they can be appealing for the international consumers. As discussed earlier, this partnership was like striking gold for Bajaj as well as KTM, and that is evident from their sales figures. For the financial year of 2020, KTM recorded a massive growth of 26% and cemented itself as one of the fastest growing brands in India. And because KTM exports motorcycles from India to more than 80 countries, it has been able to further increase its sales globally. So guys, that is the story of one of the most successful partnerships between Bajaj and KTM. Certainly it sounds like a match made in heaven, doesn't it? What are your thoughts about the same? Who do you like? Do you like Bajaj more? Do you like KTM more? Or do you like both? Or do you hate both? Whatever your thoughts are, leave them down below in the comment section. Do you own a KTM bike or do you own a Bajaj bike? And what do you like about those motorcycles? I would love to know down below in the comment section. So guys, that was it for this video. If you liked what you see, like button. If you dislike what you see, dislike button twice. Also, if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting subscribe button for more motorcycle as well as MotoGP content. With that guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.